It's time for another in the series of videos. They made this, they didn't make that, where I looked at some toy lines that they made, but then some that they should have made but they didn't. Let's take a look. Welcome back to the Junkman, everybody. It's me, the Junkman, coming back at you with another video today. We're returning to a series of videos I've done, but I haven't done one in a long time. It's called, they made this, but they didn't make that, and today I'm going to need some special help. Yep, we're going to let our good friend Larry tell us what figure they made back in the 70s. We're keeping this to the 70s, and then I'm going to be shocked they didn't make something else. So, Larry, come on out here.
Yeah, here I am. I'm really glad to be here.
Larry,
Really glad
let's
you're
start.
here.
Tell me something they made back in the 70s, and I'll tell you something that they should have made.
Okay, I got one for you. ABBA.
ABBA?
They made action
They
figures.
made action figures based on ABBA? One of the worst pop bands ever?
Hey, they're not that bad.
They made ABBA, but you know what they did make an action figure of? Freddie Fender.
Who?
Oh,
Freddie what?
just doesn't seem right, does it, Larry?
Who would play with that? No one. No one.
Okay. Give us another one.
Okay, how about this one? CB McHall, the CB action figure line. CB Hall.
The CB action figure craze was big in the 70s. And yes, they made action figures like Larry said of that. But you know what they didn't make action figures based on Smokey and the Bandit, one of the biggest movies of 1977. The second biggest movies of that year. I'm not going to tell you what the biggest movie of that year was, but it didn't make it set off the whole craze of the CB craze. Why did they? You know, you would have loved a Trans Am where you could have put a Burt Reynolds in it and Jerry Reed. Come on, he's the snowman. He's the snowman. Oh, okay, Larry. What else do we have?
Okay, how about this one right here? American Heroes, the greatest Americans. Right here, the greatest Americans. There's action figures based on the greatest Americans there's ever been. Yep.
So they made a line of action figures of American heroes, right? But in that line of American heroes, guess what? There was no figure of one of the greatest American heroes of all times. And no, I'm not talking about that TV show of the 80s.
No.
I'm talking about one of the greatest actors ever. Jim J. Bullock.
Who?
Don't too close for comfort. He was in Spaceballs. So how can you do a line of the greatest Americans ever and not have Jim J. Bullock? Oh, Larry, what's next?
Okay, I got another one for you. How about this one? Combat Man. Combat Man, he's ready for combat. He's Combat Man.
Combat Man? Never even heard of Combat Man. Have you? Looks like some bootleg generic ripoff of G.I. Joe, maybe?
It's a Western
But
line.
it's odd. They made a line called Combat Man. But why didn't they make an action figure line based on the hit Atari 2600 game, Combat? That would have been a great line. Sure, you probably had done more vehicles than figures, but I'm sure you could find a way to work figures into it. You could add tanks and biplanes and jets or whatever. This would have been awesome.
No, it wouldn't have. That's
Larry,
stupid.
you're getting me upset. I can't believe they didn't make some of these. What's another one they didn't make?
Okay, I got one you're gonna love. Hey, Hardy Boys. Remember the Hardy Boys? Yep, they made toys of the
Hardy Boys? They made Hardy Boys figures, but they didn't make Simon and Simon? What were the toy gods thinking? How can you not do Simon and Simon? It's Gerald McCraney, for God's sakes.
That's true.
Gerald McCraney. I hate to ask, Larry. I hate to ask. Give me another one.
Okay, I got one. You're gonna love this one. Laverne and Shirley. Yep, they made a line of Laverne and Shirley toys. Yep.
Laverne and Shirley? Who's playing with Laverne and Shirley figures?
I would.
What?
They also made Lenny and Squiggy.
They made Lenny and Squiggy also?
Yes, Lenny and Squiggy also.
Do you know what they didn't make in the line?
What's
To
that?
go along with your Laverne and Shirley and your Lenny and Squiggy? The big ragu! The big ragu! How could you not? He was one of the main stars. He had a big afro. How could you not do an action figure of the big ragu? I can't even say the name. I'm so upset.
Okay, spare. We've got more to get through here, Junkman. We got more we've got to do.
Sure, go ahead. What's another one?
How about this one? Welcome back, Cotta. Remember that? Welcome back,
Yeah, they
Cotta.
made a lot of stuff related to Welcome Back, Kotter. A lot of stuff. Sadly, in the 80s, they could have made action figures based on Head of the Class, a Howard Hessman figure. But nope, didn't get any of that. Not even a Robin Givens action figure.
That would have been
Givens
nice.
action figure.
Whew, she was something, wasn't she?
Okay, Larry, give me another one.
Okay, how about this one right here? Andy Gibb. Yeah, Andy Gibb. Remember Andy Gibb, the singer? Yep.
Andy Gibb. Yes, I remember Andy Gibb. Try to make it on his own. He didn't want to hang out with his brothers, the Bee Gees. The Bee Gees. But yeah, they made an Andy Gibb, but you know what they didn't make? You know what they didn't make?
What's that?
A Terry Gibb. Why did we get a Terry Gibb action figure?
Who?
Oh, everybody. Some people like Andy Gibb. I give you that. Some people like the Bee Gees, but everybody in the '70s loved Terry Gibb.
Who?
She was like a female Ronnie Millsap. Somebody's knocking, would you let him in? Lord, it's the devil, would you look at him? No, I wouldn't look at him. No, I wouldn't. Larry, give me another.
Okay, how about this one right here? How the West Was Won. Remember that movie?
Jose Cuervo, you are a friend of mine. I like to drink you with a little salted wine.
Junkman.
Can't get Terry Gibb off my head. Okay, what were you saying? I wasn't listening.
I was talking about toys for the How the West Was Won. Remember that? Oh, I don't know if it was a movie or a TV show. I think it was a movie, but they made toys of it.
How the West Was Won. Now, that was a great movie. And yes, they made action figures based on how the West was won. But you know what they didn't make? Action figures based on how the West was fun. If you're going to do it one, you're going to have to show the fun version also. Why didn't we get action figures based on how the West was fun? I'll never understand. Would have been one of the best toy lines ever.
True.
Well, Larry, I think we've got time for one more. Just one more.
Yep.
So tell me, what did they make?
Okay, they made Men of 1776. That's right, Men from 1776.
Men of 1776? Who wants to play with that? They wore wigs and loafers. Do you know what they did make? Men of 1976. Why? Why didn't they get real men?
Those are men.
They don't make men like that anymore. They don't make men like they did back in the 70s. Real men. Not only did they have the goods, they had fashion sense.
Oh, boy, did they.
Larry, I think that's about it.
I think so.
That's a look at it. They made that, but they didn't make this. Hope you enjoyed this series of videos. Let me know if you'd like to see more of these. Maybe I won't take so long. And let me know if you want Larry to come back and help, or maybe we'll get Dusty.
Hey, no, not Dusty.
Yeah, they like Dusty.
Yeah,
Dusty.
they do.
Well, tell him goodbye, Larry.
Goodbye, Larry.
That's a hack joke, Larry. That's a hack joke. I want to thank you for watching. Thumbs up, like my content, subscribe to the channel, and we will talk again.
Hey, Junkman channel popping though.
Thank you, sir, for that unsolicited testimony.